I got my nose pierced 2 days ago and it's very tender. No, I burped and it tasted like pasta and it was a bit...
Hello, I'm Steve Oliver. Welcome to another edition of the Random Sessions here at the Hop Merchant in Nottingham, 100% unplugged. And I'm joined this week by Jodie-Rose, and we're going to hear her first song now. This is Nostalgia.
Slow, and I'm wondering if I'm ever gonna grow to be a woman in her 20s. Will I have a little family? Leave this world alone, I'll drive into the unknown. Nostalgia settles and stings like nettles. It's not the same, but I guess that there's been time to grow up. You've gone and glowed up. We all grow apart eventually. Oh, I miss my family and how we used to be in pictures and memories. It's different now, no time for anything somehow. Down the hall, the lights on our staircase twinkle and shine soft tinsel, and it's peaceful in our home. Now every year at Christmas, I wish I had a wish list. The only thing I want is to go back to the way it was. Nostalgia settles and stings like nettles. It's not the same, but I guess that there's been time to grow up. You've gone and glowed up. We all grow apart eventually. Oh, I miss my family and how we used to be in pictures and memories. It's different now, no time for anything somehow. I know that things have gotta change, but I miss the way we used to be. Oh God, it was a part of me. There's been time to grow up. You've gone and glowed up. We all grow apart eventually. Oh, I miss my family and how we used to be in pictures and memories. It's different now, no time for anything somehow.
Okay, that was Nostalgia, and I'm joined now by Jodie-Rose. Thank you very much for doing this.
Oh, thank you for having me.
It's been a while because I think we've talked about this before.
Yes.
And downstairs you weren't sure if you'd actually already done this or not.
I agree to so many things, it's just hard to keep track of everything.
So I'm going to have to look through all the episodes now that I am absolutely positive you have not done this
Just
before.
double check.
I always start with this question. How long have you been performing and writing? And
About 6 years. So when I was about 14, 15 I started. Bought a guitar off my brother for 50 quid and then
The same guitar?
went.
Is that the same?
No,
Oh, right.
the guitar at home, it's not as good as that one. That's my new baby. So that one's on display at home.
On display, that's when you're famous, that's the one that's going to go to Hard Rock Cafe and all that.
Yeah, that's the one I'll sell for like millions of pounds.
And your brother will be like, oh, damn it, that 50 quid. And you've been playing, what was that? You started off open mics and things like that?
Yeah, so I actually, when I first got the guitar, I took some lessons for about a month off a family friend. And then after a month, I was like, right, I've got my 3 chords, I'm sorted. And I went to my first open mic. So, armed with my 3 chords, so I kind of like strum and then like an awkward 2 seconds as I was trying to get to a C chord and then strum.
That's more than some people take to an open mic, to be honest. So.
Well, yeah, there is that. But I figured jump in at the deep end and just see where it goes. And then as I've kind of progressed, so of my like gigs and my live gigs and stuff.
Brilliant stuff. All right, well, we'll hear your second song. This is Liar.
Straight up guy with his fresh pressed suit and his monkey tie, and he's nothing like the rest, a real proper gentleman. He opens doors for you, there's nothing he won't do until he gets you home. Wait, hold up, what's going on? 'Cause he's a liar, don't you know? Baby girl, I'm here for you. When you try to call his phone, but he never has it on. Those thoughts that cross your mind, they start lingering. Yeah, 'cause he's a liar, don't you know? He's a liar. Signs, she's just a friend. How he lies, 'cause he's a liar, don't you know? He's a liar, through and through. It's in his bones, in his blood, in his mind, not so much. He's a liar, don't you know? It's in his bones.
And you've just heard Liar. Wasn't based on anyone in particular, was it?
No, well, this song is. I'm laughing at myself. I'm so sorry.
I'm just laughing because I know your boyfriend, and I'm thinking I know it's not about him. So.
Okay, back to serious.
Yes.
No, this song is actually different to all of the other songs I've written because this one isn't based on my experience. It's based on a friend's.
Right.
So when I was at college, we got tasked to like write about different things, or write a song in this genre. And my friend was going through something at the time, and so I kind of wrote it about that. And me and people at college, it was a different song to start off with, and I wrote most of it, and then I kind of took it and changed it a little bit.
Right.
So it was a college song, but yeah, no, this one's different because it's about somebody else's experience. It's not about my own. So yeah.
So if you're listening, you're a liar. And we're on to you. Alright, this is your next song. This is Bandits and Kings. ask this question of everybody, and that is, how do you write a song?
It varies. Generally, I like to have my guitar at the same time, and then I work out the melody as I'm singing. So like, if that makes sense. But recently, I've been writing poems and then turning them into songs later.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then other times, it's like I was on my way home from, where was it? It was like Nottingham way, and the traffic came to a standstill on the motorway, and I was there for about an hour and a half or something. It was horrendous. But I actually wrote a whole song in that sitting, and that one's actually going to be on my EP that's coming out this year. So plug in. That one's going to be on my EP, and yeah, I figured out the melody and I figured out all the words, and it's a duet.
So what did you do with that in the car though? Did you say into your phone or something like that?
Yeah, well, first of all, I didn't want to touch my phone while I was driving.
Oh,
so
obviously.
I was like, okay, Google, record this. Oh, my phone's just gone off, sorry.
She said, okay, Google, and the phone went off. Brilliant.
Yeah, so I did that and I was like, make a note of this. And I don't want to unlock my phone.
Your phone's...
So, yeah, it's...
Your phone's having an argument with us now.
Yeah, so I contacted my phone and I told it to like record this, and then I saw everybody like getting out their cars and I was like, oh, it's fine if I type it up. And yeah, so the song is actually called... I'm going to have to redo this because I can't remember what the song's called.
No, keep going. It's all right.
Speak to me, yeah, it's called Speak to Me, Let It Be. Is the name of the song, and it's a duet. And
were you in the car on your own?
Yeah, yes. I was like, let it go, don't want to do this anymore.
It wasn't that voice on the phone that was doing the other part of the...
Yeah, it's like, Google, sing this back to me. No,
Harmonise Google.
You know what, that'll be the day when they're able to make phones do that.
Oh, I'm
It'll
surprised.
happen.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. I once went around someone's house with an Alexa and said, Alexa, play the sound of a window breaking at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Did it do it?
I don't know. It was one of those things that I wish I'd been there for, but I didn't follow it up or anything.
Oh man, that would have been funny. Oh dear.
So yeah, in general, you do you sit down to write a song then, or does something come to you and then you have to go into it?
It's best when it comes to me. I can sit down and write a song, but they're usually not the best ones. The best ones are the ones where I kind of inspiration hits and I have to like grab my phone and record it, or I grab my guitar. But if I'm out and obviously I don't have my guitar, I'll just record the audio, the melody, because that's the thing. I don't ever have like a melody and then write lyrics to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes I'll have lyrics and then get a melody, but then the melody's like, yeah, not my favourite. So it's best when I get the inspiration and I've got my guitar and then I'm able to like do it all at the same time. But that's how I learn songs as well, though. I learn while I'm playing guitar, so then I relate the lyrics to the chords, and then I know what I'm doing. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing.
I want to ask you a serious question, because something happened while we were filming the songs. A man came in who'd had a few drinks. I don't know how old he was. He looked older than he probably is.
Yeah.
Probably due to his lifestyle. But you're what, 21 years old?
Yes.
Carry on.
Oh, it's
Can't carry on.
recording.
You put him off.
Oh,
Sorry, mate. We're
I
filming
do
the.
apologise.
It's all right.
Sorry, I do
No
apologise.
worries.
It's
No
all right.
worries. No worries.
That's something. No, I actually came upstairs with my music on, and I heard you over the top of my music. Sorry.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
No, but that's cool.
that's
No,
alright.
It's fine. It's fine.
Thanks
It's
so
fine.
much.
Beautiful.
Well, I tell you what, my name's Jodie-Rose. If you want to have a listen on Facebook,
I will.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube,
I will.
SoundCloud.
Because I saw you downstairs a minute ago, in your figure hugging dress and all that kind of stuff. But I don't mean it in that way. But yeah, listen. Beautiful voice. Carry on. I'll take these out and I'll listen.
Right then.
Carry on, please do.
It was going so well.
That was a compliment, by the way.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
You never know how to react to it. Like, I mean, I think when I was younger, I maybe laughed it off and then was like, I'm gonna leave now. Whereas then, I let him know I was uncomfortable. So I
Yeah,
was
you
just
did.
kind of like,
The tone of the conversation changed. And
yeah,
all the rest.
it's
of it.
kind of how I reacted. I was like,
And to say you've been performing since you were 15, 16.
yeah,
That's not something you want
no,
at that age.
no,
You don't want.
exactly.
I mean, like I said at the time, and if the recording is good enough, I will use it in this. I will cut it into this.
Yeah.
But if it had come in and said, "Hey, nice tits," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, I meant that as a compliment." As
It's
if-
like, it's not a compliment though.
No, it's
and
not,
I told
no.
him because he went to the loo and then came back out, and he was like, oh, I did mean that as a compliment, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry if it didn't come across that way, and I was like, no, it didn't. It did, because it's not a compliment. There are loads of videos online where it will show you the difference in context. It's context. You know, if somebody would say, oh, that's a really nice dress, that's like, oh, thank cute.
Yeah.
You know, it's when he goes, oh, in your figure hugging dress. It's like, what? See, I think it is difficult because you don't want to come off as rude, especially if you're on stage or you're in front of people. In fact, I've got an example. The other day I was at a gig in Nottingham and I was on stage and this guy was like giving me a really intense stare. I was like, he's just really into my music. And I went to the bar afterwards to get my payment and he came, stood towering behind me, put both of his hands on my shoulders and was like, yeah, you were really good. And I was just like, yeah, but like it was really intimidating.
I just wondered, purely from a singer's point of view,
Yeah.
are you, if you're judged on, oh, that's a really great song,
I would like...
or that's a really great
Yeah.
song, and she's fit, and that it goes wrong then, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think it was because my music's very good. Obviously, I think you're going to get the odd person that will only, like... I mean, to be fair, I do find, actually, now that you've mentioned that, I will go to gigs sometimes in a t-shirt and jeans, and men do that all the time. Professional gigs, they'll turn up in t-shirt and jeans. I mean, Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
T-shirt and jeans, right? So I will do that sometimes, and I will not get the attention from the crowd. Now you've mentioned it, actually, it's making me think about it. I won't get the attention, whereas if I go and I'm wearing my jewellery and my makeup and I'm wearing something nice, I get more compliments on my music.
Right.
If that makes sense, and I think that is something...
That is interesting.
Yeah, but I think a lot of girls feel that, it's nice to feel pretty when people are being creepy, obviously. But I think it is something subconsciously. It's like, for people to notice me, I've got to look nice. Do you know what I mean?
That is, yeah, it's a fascinating point, you know what I mean? From that guy, if a woman had come in and said it, I don't know how that would have been different or what, but
yeah,
it's just one of those things that I've not noticed until he said that. Because I go to gigs all the time and, I listen to music and hope that people aren't talking and things like that, whereas I'm not listening to what they're talking about and all that sort of thing. So it's never occurred to me before that
that's just made
this could be a thing,
Yeah, that's just made me think something. When I was about 15, 16, when I first started, I wrote a song and the lyrics, obviously all my songs are super sad, and the lyrics were like something like, I think I've gotten rid of the song now, it wasn't one of my favourites, but it was something like, I'm bursting my lungs just screaming for affection or something, and I'm about to explode, like there's so much going on inside me. And my dad was there and he heard, they didn't know that he was my dad, and he heard the table behind me like, oh, she's about to explode, is she? And like, that's why I don't do the song, that's why I got rid of it.
Really?
Yeah, and I wrote a song called Come Fight, and I can't perform.
Sorry.
I mean, that's just a giggity, that one.
It is.
That's
isn't it?
a funny one.
I have a 12-year-old inside me that finds that hilarious.
Well, the thing, people don't realise, and then I play them the song and I'm like, what do you think of? So that one's like a little bit iffy. That one's funny, Yeah, but the other one, they were very blatantly being like, oh, is she? And then my dad mentioned it to me, I think, and he was like, cool, if they'd have continued saying anything, you know what I mean? And then I stopped doing it because I was like, I don't want people to see me like that. So that's actually a really good example. That is a song that I don't do anymore. I binned it, I ripped out the page from my notebook. I had like 7 music notebooks and I threw it away and I was like, I'm not doing it. That's kind of sad really as well. Yeah, it was a nice song actually, if I do say so myself. Yeah, it was a nice song.
But yeah, the fact that you mentally would now feel kind of uncomfortable singing it because of a weird connotation that someone took, which if you'd have sang it again it might not have happened or things like that, but because that's clouded your judgment of that song or clouded your memory of that song sort of thing, it ruins it in that way. It's fascinating. I'm going to have to ask more women this question now because it wasn't until that I thought. Yeah,
I think it is a big thing, especially in this industry. It is. It's just, I
don't normally get this serious on this, but anyway, thank you ever so much for doing this.
No, thank you.
And thank you for talking. I mean, like I said, I didn't really prepare you for that either, but you spoke really well. You know, you made a great point and everything. So hopefully that's going to help. But before we do your last song, where can people find you and listen to you and stuff?
Well, I'm glad you asked that.
I thought you would be.
My social medias, I'm on almost everything. I've got Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, a little bit of Twitter, but I'm not very good at that. Instagram, and I actually have a website, officialjodie-rose.com. I have a website, and that will be where all of my really high quality videos are. So all of my like high quality recordings, my EP will be released on there. And then like Facebook and stuff if you want the behind the scenes shots or you know, things like that. Oh, and I have one.
And there's more.
In fact, I don't know if you might be able to like slice this into the bit that we were just talking about before.
Go on.
If you do find yourself in that situation where somebody's making you uncomfortable, like I still don't know how to react with it, and some people online might be like, you know, push them away and, you know, or swear at them or something, but it's not always that easy because it isn't always like, oh, nice tits, you know what I mean? So my advice would be keep a distance, you know, so that they can't like grab you or touch you or make you uncomfortable, and just kind of like show or maybe say, that was a bit inappropriate. That's what I do, just so that then maybe they back off a little bit, is personally what I do. I don't know. It's never, you know, and hopefully never will, escalated, and I know it has for other female musicians.
It's one of those things you don't know until it happens, really, don't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but obviously just the most important thing is make that distance. You know, keep your distance and just get out of the situation as fast as possible. Really? Yes, it's very uncomfortable. It's just because I realised that I hadn't addressed that yet.
No,
so I didn't know
I'll...
if I might be able to address it a little bit and not just be like, oh, shit happens.
Oh, no, absolutely not, no.
No.
So, yeah, find out all about Jodie on the social medias and listen and all that sort of thing. And this is the very last song. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and follow the Random Sessions on Facebook and Twitter at the addresses at the bottom of the screen and in the video description. All Jodie's links will be in the video description as well. So thank you ever so much.
Thank you for having me.
This has been great. And this is the last song, I'm a Mess. Look, it's written on there. Bye. See you next week.
Bye. I feel this way in my chest. It drags my